My girlfriend of 6 years cheated on me, but I got my revenge. My fiancé cheated on me now 7 months ago. We started dating when I was 23, she was 22. She was my first love and I thought she would be my only. We had been living together for 3 years and had been engaged for 1 year but hadn't really planned a wedding yet, but we were going to. We were in a bit of a down in our relationship, but I just thought that every relationship has those times, and I still loved her with all my heart. Looking back, there were signs she had an affair, but at the time I really couldn't fathom she would do something like that. One day I got home early back from work around lunchtime, which normally never happened. I knew she had a free day at home and didn't let her know as to kinda surprise her, and maybe we could have lunch together somewhere or something. When I got home I saw clothes laying around and heard some noises coming from the bedroom. I already felt something was wrong. With my heart in my throat and legs shaking, I walked up the stairs to our bedroom. The door was slightly open and I saw my girlfriend on her fours with her ass up getting fucked by another guy. They both didn't notice me, they were facing me with their backs. I just stood there totally in shock for what I think was 5 to 10 seconds but felt an hour. I didn't confront them and walked out our house, got in the car and drove to some parking lot. There I just cried the soul out my body for hours until I felt totally numb. When I got home in the evening, my girlfriend pretended like nothing happened. As cold as I could, I said I wanted to break up. She started crying and asked for an explanation, but I didn't want to give her one and told her I wanted to have her out of the house in a week and that until that time I would sleep somewhere else. The house was in my name, so that helped. I walked away and blocked her on everything. I told my closest friends and family what had happened but asked them to keep that for themselves and to have no contact with my now ex-GF. I could stay at a friend his house for that first week, and when I got home my girlfriend had thankfully left. That first month after was the hardest month of my life. I was absolutely heartbroken, and friends and family of my ex-GF tried to contact me for an explanation, and I got some hateful comments as well. There were times where I just wanted them to fuck off and reply to them that she cheated and she should get all the hate, but I just ignored and blocked them all. The most difficult was when her parents tried to contact me, because over the years I had created a strong bond with them and really saw them as my second parents, but I also ignored them. They weren't hateful or anything and just wanted to talk, but I refused. One of my ex-GF best friends, let's call her M, and I had gotten quite close with each other over the years and would call her a good friend of my own too. She wanted to get in touch with me a few times but I refused, but after a month M contacted me again and said she just wanted to talk and said she actually had had an argument with my ex-GF too but wouldn't want to tell me why over the phone. I invited her over and eventually told her what had happened and why I broke up with my girlfriend. I also told M that I knew she must have known about the affair of my ex-GF and that I understand she didn't want to betray her friend by telling about it to me. I didn't really wanted to be friends with her too. M then started crying and said she wanted to tell me and that she had felt very conflicted about it. It was also the reason M and my ex had had an argument, as M had told my ex that she didn't know why I broke up with her but that she deserved it. We talked some longer and ended up sleeping together. M eventually told my ex and they aren't really friends anymore, and it kinda broke up their friend group. Also, I wrote a letter to the parents of my ex explaining everything and telling them I was heartbroken by the situation and that I always had loved them, wished things would have been different. I got a letter back how they understood, that they always thought I was the perfect son-in-law and that they are very disappointed in their daughter and wish me the best. That all was about 5 to 7 months ago, and last week I heard my ex had gotten really depressed and is in therapy now. The best thing maybe is that I don't even really think about her anymore and I don't really feel hatred, resentment or sadness about her anymore. When I heard that she was depressed I didn't really care and maybe even felt some sense of pity for her. Anyway, 6 months later I dodged a bullet and I'm happy while she is depressed, having lost a loving partner, friends and has disappointed parents. TLDR. My girlfriend cheated on me and now she is depressed while I'm happy.